they really don't like wearing clothes that are blood-stained from a corpse, and we've killed a couple of people. And we've stripped them before we ate them. You know, we butchered them and ate them. But before that, we took their clothes off. Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, where Tony Curtis has fallen over after eating raw food. He's very, very sad about that. I should probably bring you back up to speed. Tony Curtis lives here now, as does William Faulkner, and this kid who's got a tail. We've got a bit of a refugee quest going on right now, where a whole bunch of folks, well, I say a whole bunch, 3 folks have turned up and said, hey, can we hang at your place for a while? And I'm like, yeah, that's totally cool if you do some work around the place. So they are. The only problem is it's a struggle to make them happy, because we weren't really prepared for their arrival. I don't have any beds. Most of my food is raw meat, and raw human meat at that. We may have killed a guy and chopped him up and butchered him. There's a story behind that, but it's not really worth telling. The story is basically we killed a guy and butchered him up and we're eating him. But things are going better than they have. We don't have any fires going on right now, which is a real nice change of pace for the colony. It's been burning for, well, about 4 or 5 game days right now, and we're working on some mining to try and get in some beds for everybody. What I need to do is get somebody cooking, and that's going to be primarily Mila. You are doing what? You're hauling stuff, kid. Okay, good. So you're hauling food in there. And what is the freezer temp right now? 37. That'll do just fine. Not quite freezing, but good enough at this point, considering it's 90 degrees outside. Whitehead's down here doing some mining for what will potentially be another bedroom. Nicole, of course, who doesn't eat or sleep, is basically doing nothing but research. What do I have you researching right now? Oh yeah, how to make drugs, because you're wicked into drugs. You're actually dependent on them. Now, admittedly, Nicole, most of our drugs burned down in one of our many, many fires, so there won't be quite as much drugs as you might like, but there'll be enough to keep you going. And then, of course, we've got Omar here, our prisoner, who's just kind of hanging out, waiting to join the team here. You're down to 2.3 on your resistance. That is very, very good. Let's go ahead and start speeding things up a little bit here. I'd like to keep focusing on happiness, specifically for William Faulkner, Tony Curtis, and the kid, because first off the bat, they're all sleeping on the floor. You know what, Nicole, because you never stop working, it's what I love about you, I'm going to do something that is not going to be helpful to you at all. I'm going to spin you over to #1 plant cutting. I know you're terrible at this. I get it. You're terrible at a lot of things, but you'll do them forever, and therefore you will get better at them eventually. So when you're done with that, in fact, I'm gonna draft and undraft you so you go to do something else, anything else at this point. Are you going off to go do some trees? Yeah, you're gonna chop some trees down. That's gonna take you a really, really long time to chop that tree down, because you're not very good at chopping trees. You've got an axe in your hand, I assume. I don't really know how to chop a tree. I'm just going to swing wildly at the tree and hope I connect with something. But eventually I'm going to get better at this, and more importantly, I need wood. I need lots and lots of wood to make beds and all sorts of things. My torches are going out here. My dark light torches are going out. Speaking of wood, how's my wood-fired generator? That is... okay, it's not bad. It could be fueled fairly soon. My goodness, we've got a lot of food coming in. We've got quite a bit of food coming in. Whitehead, what are you off to do, apart from have a nervous breakdown? You're consuming potatoes. Maybe you could cook them. Okay, Mila is making some meals here. That'll make people slightly happier that they're not eating raw food right now. Whitehead is working on Omar. Yeah, you're just gathering some more potatoes, putting those all together. If you wanted to mix that up... oh, wow. You've already broken his resistance. You just brought him down from 2.3 to 0. Well, 1.1 to 0. Somebody else must have had a chat with him before I saw the 2.3. Or rather, after I saw the 2.3, because that's kind of how time works. Omar, again, remind me, you kind of have a broad range of skills. Yeah, you're not bad at many things. I dig that about you, Omar. It's going to be a bit of a problem, because I'm going to have nowhere for you to sleep. Although, when you're not a prisoner, I could convert the prison into a not prison, basically where prisoners don't live. And then Tony Curtis and William Faulkner could hang out in there, unless we get these ones done, in which case they can hang out down here. But Omar is going to need a bedroom too, otherwise he's going to get very, very fussy about things. He's like, oh, gee, I joined this colony. You spent days and days and days convincing me to join this colony, and it kind of sucks. I have to sleep on the floor. I'd actually rather go back to prison, where I had a fairly nice bed. Faulkner's out here growing things. That's cool. Faulkner, do I have you also on #1 plants? Yeah, if we could get some plants cut down, that would be great. Yeah, wow, I think Nicole is still working on that same tree. I'm not 100%. I'm only like 43%, but I'm pretty sure that's the same tree that Nicole has been working on. Okay, it's coming down slowly but surely, Nicole. I think you're basically pushing it down at this point. You've just hacked it into matchsticks. That's all I got. Oh, there's another fire. Oh, good. Good, there's another fire. William Faulkner, you want to deal with the fire? Thank you. Appreciate that, William Faulkner. I haven't really read your work. Sorry. It wasn't one of the ones they covered in high school. The kid's off on a sad wander. That's a pretty justifiable response to what's going on here. Yeah, the kid with the tail is just wandering around the burned ecosystem here going, I'm kind of sad. Just a little sad. Not like wicked sad, just kind of dazing out here, just kind of spacing out. Gonna go be sad somewhere in the burned fields. You do your thing, kid. These rooms, oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get some beds put together. Now, what I eventually want to do is smooth out these walls, but we won't prioritize that right now. We can get all of these shifted at some point. Okay, Tony Curtis coming in. And because you built that, that could be your bed, Tony Curtis, okay? So Tony Curtis gets a bed there, and then we'll have another one for William Faulkner. And then I'll put something down for the kid. Again, unless Omar gets out of here fairly soon, which he probably will. Nicole's working on some more trees. That's great. Who has heat stroke? Oh, the kid does. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You're wandering around outside. It's like 98 degrees out there. It's very, very hot, kid. And you have a tail. I'm pretty sure you have fur. It's probably excessively hot for you if you're a small child with a furry tail. I can't imagine that feels good. What's my best next move? Food. Yeah, let's get some more meals going on here. Mila, are you? Yeah, you're cooking 4 simple meals. That's great. I mean, you could probably use the potatoes that are in the freezer. You don't need to keep having to go out and get them from the field, although, that means they won't go bad out there. Good job there, I guess. If the kid wanted to get back on track, we could refuel the generator here, because I betcha that freezer power is going to go down fairly soon. How's the wind? Yeah, it's not wicked windy around here, is it? What are we doing here? 254, 277, 296 out of that. All right, the freezer's going for right now, but that's not going to last forever. Hey, Nicole, you've done a fantastic job with the things that you're doing there. So I think we've got enough trees down for right now. So let's back you off of that. Oh, that was Nicole. Okay, and put you back on number 1 research duty for right now. Well, we're going to want to figure out how to make you some drugs, because you're going to fall over and be in a coma soon if we don't. You're going to go through withdrawal. There we go. We're getting the torches back up and running. The cooler is back up and running. William Faulkner has already figured out to live over here. If we can just get Omar on board, I can convert this room into an Omar room and furry kid with a tail room. No one's going to be super happy about that. They'd like to have their own bedroom, but we can work on that over time. In fact, we can work on that right now. Why don't we put a double bed in here. Okay, just put that in, say, I don't know, like right there. Omar's on board. Hang on. Everybody's slamming into pause mode. Omar is on board and the kid's feeling better about life. So how about this isn't a prisoner bed right now? Somebody can go sleep in there if they want to. Omar, I gotta kind of sort you out a little bit, kid. And on that, actually, I haven't put up an apparel policy yet. That is something I should probably do. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna say no raggedy clothes. There we go. No raggedy clothes, because I don't want them wearing tattered apparel, because they get sad about that. Don't wear any tainted apparel ever. So they really don't like wearing clothes that are blood-stained from a corpse, and we've killed a couple of people. And we've stripped them before we ate them. We butchered them and ate them. But before that, we took their clothes off. I don't want anyone wearing those clothes, because they hate that. So I would like you to only wear clothes. Remember to do this right. Only wear clothes that are about 50-ish% and above. Okay, I don't really care what quality they are. That does not concern me. But just wear clothes that are pretty decent. All right, so now you guys are all on no raggedy clothes, okay? And we'll clear your forced stuff that I made you wear. If you want to change your clothes, that's cool. You can do that. Food policy is fine. They can eat whatever they want. Drug policy is broadly fine. I might put people on no drugs. Well, the people who don't want to use drugs anywhere shouldn't be using drugs. Obviously, I got to keep Nicole on that and the kid on that. I guess the kid's wicked into drugs. Kid's like, yeah, I am furry. I have a tail. Darn right I'm doing some drugs. It's the only way I get through my day. So for right now, I'm just going to put you on no drugs. Because we don't want to use them. We want to sell them. We want to make a profit off of our narcotics trade. It is indeed your path to profit in RimWorld. This bed's going to go in. Should probably pop some doors in here for a start, so it's just vaguely a bedroom of sorts. There we go. Bedroom, bedroom. And then do I want to start smoothing out these walls to make them feel a little better about life? I got a long way to go to make these bedrooms even vaguely nice. And they could probably be occupied by doing other things. Hey, Mila, how many meals are you supposed to be doing? 30? Okay, let's bump that up to maybe 30. You know what? Bump it up to 50. We've got the food. We may as well be processing it in some way. And the kid's going to have another break risk. What are your major problems, kid? What's like your deal? Yeah, you want drugs. I get it. You slept on the ground. That's going to go away. You're not crazy about wearing pants made of human skin. Sure. I mean, sure. It's just, it's pants or no pants. That's the thing. I mean, you are very furry. I don't think anyone would maybe notice if you weren't wearing pants. They might think you just had fur pants on. That could be kind of fun. And you stapled on a tail of some sort. So there's your choice, kid. It's pants or no pants. And the pants happen to be made out of human leather. So you got to make a choice. You got to say to yourself, I would like to wear pants rather than not wearing pants. My choice is to wear pants. And the only pants that are, in fact, available to me right now are made out of human leather. Now, I could make you another pair of pants that's not made out of human leather. You know what? I've got a little bit of stuff going on here. Okay, hang on. Make kid pants, because he's going to be so upset about it. Don't make it out of human leather. Okay, don't make it. All right, the kid's all fussy about the human leather pants. I don't want to wear pants that are made from a corpse. Quite literally a corpse. Not tainted apparel, actually made from the skin of a human. I would prefer not to do that. There you go, kid. There you go. You can have regular pants. You're all fussy about your pants. Oh, I don't want human leather pants. Well, you're not going to have them. Okay, you can have different pants. This is coming together. I'm going to give this one to Omar. What was that by that? Yeah, that's a good bed. So let's give that one to Omar there. And then the kid can sleep up in here for right now. So what's your name again? Yeah, you, kid, furry kid. Go sleep up there. There. Everyone's got their own bed, at least. That's a beginning. I'm going to tentatively start to tell them to start smoothing out walls and just kind of see how that goes. That's going to be primary. Oh, hang on. We made the kid pants. Are these them? Yeah, we made some cloth. No. Those are the terrible ones. I should set up a fire to start burning those, but clearly I'm not doing that right now. Did you just change your pants? Have you changed your pants? Nope, you're still wearing human pants. We got to work on a shirt for you at some point, too. There they are. I see them down there. See, bird skin. Okay, so you're not happy about wearing human pants. Now you're going to wear pants made from a bird. Great. Good job, kid. Yeah, that's far more ethical. Just slaughter a bunch of canaries and wear them. That's far more ethical. I see what you're doing there. You're also hauling a lot of stuff, too, which maybe you want to focus on the food. No, you want to haul stone blocks. Tony Curtis is down here doing some wall smoothing. I love that about you, Tony. That and the acting thing. I think you were in movies. All right, what is my best next move? Nicole is actually almost done with the drug production thing, the psych-IT thing. We don't actually have any psych-IT right now, but it's coming along. We are making it happen. Do we maybe want to re-sew this at some point? It's still, I say early summer. It's not really early summer at all. It's very late summer. Very late summer. We might not have a chance to grow another batch of that, but with what we've got, we'll be able to make enough psych-IT for Nicole to keep going. Sorry, not Nicole, whoever that was that does that. Was that Nicole? That was Nicole. Nicole, you're on drugs, right? Yeah, you have a psychite dependency, genetic psychite dependency. Yeah, sorry, Nicole, I often forget who my drug addicts are around here. And Omar, you can go up front. I haven't actually fussed with you yet. So you have a shooting skill. I don't actually have any weapons, but I could make one. So let's make a short bow for you. Now, Omar, you're actually quite good at crafting, as I recall. So be number one on the 3 things that you've got to be number one at. You're told all the time that you should be number one on basic. I'm largely unconcerned about that. Why don't you be number 2 on that? Unless I've got a lot of switches to flick in the near future. I'm not going to sweat that. And then you can also be 2 on all of the crafting skills. So you're going to primarily build things and craft things, and that's about it. I'll put you on hunting when we actually get a bow made. Now, you're probably going to take most of your time fussing down here, aren't you? How about we back that off? I've got people who can build things. Omar, why don't you be 3 on construction, but 2 on all the crafting skills? Yeah, you're already into making whatever this is here. You're making a broad wrap. Everybody loves a good broad wrap. I think either Mila or Whitehead wanted one of those, right? Yeah, Divine Light Killer. You want a... No, stop moving. You want a broad wrap. All right, well, we're working on it. Oh, Nicole's already taken one. Nicole's already taken the broad wrap. Really? I kind of had that designated for Mila. Let's make another one. Apparently everyone wants a broad wrap around here. So make another one of those. Hang on. Mila, what are you doing? You're relaxing socially. Go put on your hat. Okay, you love these things. You've been waiting for these things. There you go. Okay, are you a little happier now with life? Well, you're not happy. So you have your hat, and that means that takes away that little negative mood debuff there. You have an awful bedroom. It's not that bad. It's worse. It's actually, of all of them, it's the nicest bedroom around here, Mila. You don't actually have a heck of a lot to complain about. I mean, I know you're like our leader and our vampire overlord and stuff, but it's not actually that bad. All right, what is my best next move? Continue to smooth these out. In fact, they've already made some decent progress on that. They're not doing too bad at all. So why don't we keep that train a-rolling there? How about we work on maybe Omar's room? So get this smoothed out, and then get this smoothed out, and then let's start to drag some power down here too. So let's see, I'll do a hidden conduit in the door there, and the door there. And then the rest of this can just be the regular power conduit, because those take less steel. So that to that to that. That's another thing I should think about, getting some more steel around the place. That would not be the silliest idea. We had that meteor crash. There it is. It's right there. It's actually really nearby. Yeah, a meteor of compacted steel. Let's just go get all of that. We've done psychoid brewing. Good job. Well, let's go right into smithing then, because that's kind of vital. That leads to literally everyone and everything else at this point. So go ahead and get in on that. We can have that knife. I'll sell that to somebody for like 2 silver, 1 silver, 0.5 silver. Ooh, the power conduit's going in real quick. All right, that isn't connected to the rest of it, but that part went very, very well. And the 2, yeah, Whitehead and Nicole are down. Wait, Nicole, why are you smoothing a wall? Oh, because you didn't know what to research. Okay, so you went off and did something else while I was deciding what to research. You'll go back to research fairly soon. Whitehead, you are so good at this. You really are. Construction of 10, and you like doing it. And the kid's just watching. So you are boosting your construction skill right now, right? Yeah, it's going up. Ship to the Stars. That will be the royalty endgame, if I am not mistaken. Charlton Whitestone. I misread that as Charlton Heston. Out of the corner of my eye, Charlton Heston has sent me a message, which was very disturbing. Not the message, but the fact that Charlton Heston sent me a message. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm like 94% confident that Charlton Heston is dead. So yeah, Starship. Oh no, this is not the royalty one. No, Starship is in deep hibernation mode. So somewhere on the planet there's a starship we could go and get going. We're not really gonna look too hard at that. The broad wrap is done. The stone blocks are done. Let's keep those going, because I don't have a heck of a lot else to be crafting. I don't want you doing it forever, but just make like any stone blocks. Anything I can get will be fine. So do like, I don't know, 30 of those. That'll be cool. All right, everyone's having a little snack around here. Yeah, the whole smoothing the walls out thing, that's not going too bad at all. We're doing all right with that. This has been the most peaceful time in RimWorld since we've started this. You know what else I could do? Start getting some floors down in here. Where are we at on... I don't have a ton of wood left, but we could get some. I've got more people here. Use the free labor. That's what these refugee quests are really all about. Use that free labor. Oh, now we're getting some psychite in. Chop some more trees down over there. All right, so psychite's coming in. William Faulkner will probably work on getting those trees chopped down. Again, I don't really know much about his work, but I assume that he was really into lumberjacking. The Royal Tribute Collector is here. Okay, so they will take... Well, they'll take prisoners, basically. Any prisoners and gold. I don't have either. So that's cool. We're just going to ignore them. And then visitors. Okay, you're saying you've got something to trade. You probably don't. Oh, hang on. Curtis wants to join. Tony Curtis wants to join my faction. Oh, that's great. No, absolutely, we will accept that. I need the warm bodies. Yep, Tony Curtis is in. So, good news there. First of all, new colonist. No bad thing there. Secondly, if the other two do decide to betray us, I've got one less person to worry about, because Tony Curtis is on our side. Okay, I got to set up Tony Curtis. Well, he's already set up. So yeah, he's good to go on all of his things there. I should set up some more mining for him. Oh, he's probably doing the... Yeah, he's already over here. He's already doing the steel thing. Great, good, perfect. That's exactly what I need. Okay, Tony, go over here. Tony, can you shoot a weapon of any kind? No, not really. And then, Omar, what are you doing? You're cutting stone blocks. Could you bang out that... What do you mean, clean the workshop? What do you mean, clean the workshop? Did you already... Oh, you already made the bow. Good for you, kid. Equip that. That's your bow. That's your thing, man. And I will put you on hunting now, because you could actually go and do that. Be 2 on hunting. Are you good at cooking? Yeah, you are. And Mila's quite a bit better, but you could do some cooking if you needed to, if you ran out of things to craft. Speaking of cooking, we know how to do psychite now. And wow, the first crops are just coming in. Okay, everybody slow down. Everybody just slow down. Those are the royals. We're not going to worry about them. Where's the tradey people? Down here. Omar, can you speak? No, not at all. Nicole, can you speak? Yeah, you can broadly form a sentence. Go trade with Green. I don't think they're going to have too much to trade, but it's worth checking out. You never know. Might have something interesting. Poor health. Yes, I know. Nicole's terrible. All right, so they have some herbal medicine and some pemmican. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? Get rid of all our garbage clothing. That'll save me having to burn it. So there's 7 money right there. I may as well take their herbal medicine, because why not? Medicine is medicine. And Nicole's bringing that back in already. So the psychite's coming in. Let's make Nicole happier, or at least not falling over, by making some psychite tea. So do it until we have... I don't need a lot. Just do it until we have 10. That's fine. Just do it, and then pause when satisfied, so you're not making it literally all the time. And then when we get some of that produced, I'll think about putting Nicole in some sort of drug restriction where she will drink it occasionally. The Hunted Praetor. Aha! Everybody slam it into pause mode. So this is the first step of the royalty line, the royalty DLC. So Anthusa here, Anthusa That's a fantastic... Somebody should start a YouTube channel with that name. That's a fantastic channel name. Anthusa is running away, and a raccoon is chasing her. And if we help her, we'll make somebody royal. Interesting. My obvious first thought is Mila, because then I could have a vampire lord, which is very, very fun. But I try not to put all of my stuff in one character. So we've got, royalty, we've got the mechanator thing, we've got the priest thing. I try not to make everybody or one person all things, because then if they die, it's kind of fussy. Omar? No, it's got to be Mila. Mila has to be the royal around here. I mean, she's our vampire overlord. Mila, it's you. Okay, so accept that for Mila. So somebody just popped in. Fu popped in. Fu, here's the gig. I'm going to immediately draft you and put you here for safety. Oh, and if you're coming from this direction, so is the raccoon, because he's literally chasing you. And that means he's going to bump right into the royals. This is not even going to be our problem. Yeah, there's the raccoon coming from that direction. I tell you right now, I don't even need to get out of bed for this one. The royals are going to handle this just fine. And if they don't, the other traders will. So the manhunting raccoon is going to wander right into a pack of heavily armed royals. Yeah, there they go. They're out. Yep, they're moving. Yep, they're not taking this. They're not taking manhunting raccoon. Yep, just shoot him. Just shoot him a bunch. Wow, this is a really poor showing on your part. There you go. Raccoon's dead. Problem solved. Undraft Fu. Okay, that was easy enough. Thank you guys. Appreciate your royal help there. So pretty soon we should be getting a shuttle coming in for Fu. And then, they'll be like, okay, you really helped out our person here. Here we go. Oh, hang on. No, that's an Imperial trader. And it's the brother of Fu. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Do you want to maybe pick him up? He's your brother. He ain't heavy. You see what I did there? If you want to maybe pick him up on the way, it'll save you guys having to send a shuttle. Just drag him along with you. Like, hey, Fu, dude, bro, literally, bro, come on with the caravan here. And Fu's like, nah, I'm waiting for a shuttle, man. I got an Uber coming. I'm not going to call it off now. Okay, lot going on. Good news, though, not a lot of it is bad. This is a remarkable change of pace. Where are those Imperial traders exactly? Oh, they're down here. Okay, it's going to take them a while to get up here. We'll definitely have a look at them. The Royals usually have a bunch of good stuff on them. And I don't have a ton of money. I could sell them the skull. The shuttle's here. All right, lots going on. Lots going on. Fu, get in your shuttle. I know your brother is here, but apparently he doesn't want to give you a ride. Maybe you've fallen out. I don't know how these family dynamics work. That's out of there. Slam it into pause mode again. Okay, take a quick breath. So Mila's a freeholder now. She's gained a title. We could give her novice ceremony, and we've completed that quest. So we want to have... Why don't I just put literally everyone on the map here? I've got the slave traders here, the will-buy prisoner traders. I've got other traders. I've got an Imperial caravan. Let's just have somebody else turn in. Okay, so Mila, you're in. And then there we go. We've got another shuttle that pops in. I'm going to lose frame rate at this point. There's so many people on this map right now. Okay, those visitors are leaving. These visitors are coming in. The guy in red is going to perform the ceremony here in case you've never seen this before. I'm pretty sure you have, because pretty much the people watching this are people who already watch my channel, and they know I do a lot of RimWorld, and we've done this more than a few times. So, Castlane, you're going to hang out there. Mila, go... Hang on. How far away are the royal traders? You know what? They'll hang out for a bit. They'll hang out. Mila, go get royal. Okay? Begin the bestowing ceremony. It's a terrible bestowing ceremony, but we'll get it done. Otherwise, they leave. Or they're we came here to do a ceremony, and you guys don't seem to be very interested in doing the ceremony. What's up with that? And we're like, well, we were kind of waiting to build a better room, and Castelane's like, nah, I'll come back later. You tell me when you're all set there, and I will come back later. And then keep an eye on the Imperial... Wow, there's a lot of people up here. Keep an eye on the Imperial traders, because I don't want to lose them. I want to get something out of them. They'll at least have something like medicine or something along those lines. I see we stopped butchering the raccoon just in time for the ceremony here. So Mila will be slightly royal, and then the royals will start to give us more quests to make us even more royal. And we can get good stuff out of that. Ooh, it's a grandiose ceremony in a filthy dirt ridden kitchen where kids have been drawing on the floor. Great, good. So Mila's a novice, and we still got to deal with the Imperial trader. Nicole, actually, Mila, you're royal now. Where's your trader guy? Yeah, go trade with these guys. Let's see what they've got to trade with here. Ooh, I should get some lights on in here. Sorry, Nicole. It's very, very dark in here. You're right. It's extremely dark in here. So let's put up a wall lamp. Like, oh, hi. Wait. What is this? What's going on? Oh, wrong guys. Hang on. I've got too many traders. Not those traders. These traders. No, don't miss them. No. Mila. You can't trade with them? Really? Well, why did you guys come by? Yeah, there is a level I need to be at. Lacking necessary title. Well, why did you guys bother coming by? We can't trade with you at all. Alright, I'm going to go back to putting lights in then. You can all just bugger off. I got too many traders on the map, and they're all royal. Put the light here. That'll help Nicole out a little bit there. And then maybe a light down in... No, not there. Put a light in there, right over your bed, so it just shines all the time. Because you don't actually rarely ever turn lights off here. Okay, back to work. Guys, just leave. We don't have anyone of that title. We might at some point, but not today. All royals off of my map, please. All royals, please exit the map. Thank you for your help with the raccoon, but all royals exiting my map, please. Mila is doing more cooking. When do you think you're going to be getting to the old Psych IT here? Pretty soon, actually. Oh, you've already made 11. Oh, never mind. Where did you put it? Hang on, where did you put the Psych IT? Did you put it in storage? Yeah, you did. Let's not do that, because that will go off, right? 50 out of 50. Oh, a gift? A granite club. Okay, thanks, guys. I will probably sell that back to you later. No offense or anything. Let's not store drugs here so they don't go off. So manufactured, no drugs. And then here we can put drugs. In fact, we should probably put medicine there too, but it'll be fine for right now. Nicole, would you like to have some Psych tea? Go ahead and drink that. You love that sort of thing. There you go. There you go. Does that... Well, I know it makes you happier. That goes without saying. But that'll kind of stave off your withdrawal symptoms, too. Ugly environment. Hideous environment. There's an indoor light. Oh, you don't like indoor lights? Hang on. I'll change it to the dark light. Hang on. There you go. Okay, does that make you feel better? Wow, I've almost got Nicole totally happy. You're stuck indoors. I can't do anything about that. That's where the research bench is. All right, Nicole's actually looking pretty good. Nice little plus 12 on the Psych IT there. So I'm going to come back to you in a sec, Nicole. Yeah, dirty cooking area. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Have we gotten wood chopped down, Tony Curtis? I'm seeing some wood coming down. Let's start to work on getting the kitchen area a little bit nicer. So do that. I know you're saying I don't have enough in storage. I will at some point. And then I think inside the freezer, I'm just going to do concrete. I know it's not particularly pretty, but it's a freezer. How much do they really need this to be? William Faulkner doing more psychite. That stuff takes a wicked long time to grow, though. I don't know that we're going to get any more of this out before winter. So what I'm going to say is let's just not sow it anymore. Just try and grow the stuff you've got. Maybe the cotton, too. Let's just not bother sowing any more cotton. And then these two will come in fairly quickly, so we'll keep those going. Chunks of spacecraft. Sure. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. There might be some components in there. And speaking of mining... Oh, there's more components right there, too, Dave. First of all, where do we live? We live over here. Good for us. Let's start to keep working. I need to get that smoothed out if I'm going to get power down there. And then who's in there? Omar? Omar is going to want some dark light there. So change that to dark light. And then, yeah, just do that for right now. All right, so some stuff is coming in here. The kid's moving some more psychite in there. Actually, I've got quite a bit of psychite. May as well make more psychite tea. It's going to be a long time before I figure out the other drug productions. So let's just make, I don't know, that much. Except that. Sure, 38, whatever. 38's a perfectly good number. It's right after 37. It's one of my favorites. Right, let them get the floors done. And then I got to work on Whitehead's bedroom. How many stone blocks do we have these days? 450 limestone. Great, well, let's mix it up a little bit in here. Let's do some limestone tiles in your room. And then do I really feel that we're going to go any further out this way? I think we're basically just carving into the mountain at this point. So why don't we just actually finally seal this area up? So do a limestone wall there. And actually, you know what? A limestone door there. Just put all that together. Finally have everything inside. Kid, what are you doing right now? You're hauling wood. Good. I notice you're moving a little slowly. That would be that'd be the food poisoning, right? You're probably vomiting all over the place, just like a kid, really. Okay, next move. More power would be good. Also, speaking of power, which makes me think of mining, Tony Curtis is kind of finishing off the steel down there. I'd love to just find a nice big pocket in here somewhere, rather than having to go all the way around here to get that. Is there anything any closer to home right now? That is, what is that up there? That's just sandstone. There's a little bit up here. Wait, those are not yaks. Those are bison. Do bison get angry when you shoot them in the face? They do, unfortunately. You know what doesn't, though? Alpaca. Why don't we take out a couple of alpaca just to keep the food coming in? We got plenty of vegetables right now, but not so much on the meat. Actually, we have a degree of meat, not a ton of meat. We have a degree of meat in here. And then let's get these moved out of here if we can. Let's start to get some lights going on in here. So put a wall lamp, say, here, and we'll get that set to dark light when they get in there. All right, let me reevaluate here. Where are we at? Again, it's been surprisingly... Everyone loves the broad wraps. Everyone's wicked into this. It's basically a ski mask. Everyone's into ski masks here, except William Faulkner, because he hasn't joined the team yet. All right, everyone that we've got... Well, I've got a little bit of quiet here. Everyone that we've got, do you all believe in the sect? Nicole, Tony Curtis does not. Okay, so we're going to have to convert Tony Curtis at some point into believing in, well, many things. That vampires are overlords, and it's cool if you want to eat a human. It's also cool if you don't. You know, whatever. We don't judge here. We're going to have to work on converting you. Now, Whitehead, you're our priest. You could start to do that right now. They get a long cooldown on that, though. I mean, don't do it right now because Tony Curtis is asleep. So, you know, probably don't do that until he wakes up. And then you can be like, hey, do you believe that vampires are our overlords? Would you like to consider believing that vampires are our overlords? But eventually, we're going to need to get Tony Curtis over to our ideology. Otherwise, he's going to be wicked sad when he goes to get a simple meal and finds out that it is, in fact, a human. Because, again, we're cool with that. We don't judge. You know, if you want to do that, that's cool. And if you don't want to do that, that's cool, too. We got an alpaca. Alpacas are happening right now. Why don't we keep the number of simple meals bumping up? So how about we say 60 on that now? Where we've got the raw materials, we may as well be doing it. It's 13 degrees now in the freezer because, yeah, the temperature's gone way down outside. Yeah, it's down to 70. That's much more comfortable. So that freezer will be able to keep up. No problem. All right, I'm going to start to continue my plan of digging out some more stuff here. So I want to get another bedroom going like this and maybe like that. Yeah, that's good. Get that going, and then we'll continue to smooth out walls over here, too. Yeah, Tony Curtis is right in there. Tony Curtis loves mining. He probably did a movie where he was a miner. I imagine. He did a lot of movies, as I understand. I haven't, like, Googled him or IMDb'd whatever him. Or, I don't know how you turn that into a verb. But I'm sure he must have done at least one movie where he was a miner. I mean, that just seems like the sort of thing Tony Curtis would do. Are we going to move on this at all at any point? Anyone want to put some limestone blocks in there? It just seems like we've got a lot of them. We could go ahead and do that if we wanted to do that. Nicole is ripping through smithing right now. Nicole, how is it being chained to the research desk? I mean, you don't have any passion for this. You're learning at a normal level. Hang on, normal level, rather. There's poor people here. We need to address them. Okay, group of travelers, including a child. 4 herbal medicine. Oh, I can spare that. That's fine. I've got new stuff coming in pretty soon. Shannon. Okay, who's awake? Omar's awake right now. Could you go give Shannon 4 herbal medicine and tell her to bugger off? I don't have time for her nonsense. Hang on, there's a towering building. Towering building. Right, there's a lot going on today. All of it basically good, which is, again, I will reiterate, a pleasant change of pace from what we've been doing. So, the Broken Empire would like me to build a monument. And that's going to take 24 somethings. 24 blocks of something. They don't really care. And if we build it, we'll get some stuff. If we build it and it gets destroyed within 15 days, they're going to be less thrilled with us. And the rewards are not... I mean, the honor's good. That'll get us higher up in the royal rank. The side trainer I can live without. Actually, I should check out what Mila's first psionic ability is. And then goodwill is good. Do I need that right now? Because it's a long time till allied with them. Well, I say take the honor, but we don't have a throne room, and we're not going to have one for quite some time. I could just take the goodwill, but goodwill doesn't take the honor. Take the honor for Mila. There we go. The pods have arrived. Everyone likes a good pod. So pods coming in. Boom. And then there's the blueprint. Yeah, it's a tiny thing. You don't want to be near the happy tree. I should just take the happy tree out, except it does kind of start screaming when that happens. How about we set this up maybe, I don't know, right here. I am unlikely to be building anything at all over there, so we may as well do that. Okay, back to work here. Back to work. The beggars have got their message, or rather their medicine, and the message that they should leave. So I'm giving them medicine and a message. Here's my medicine. My message is get the heck off my map. I don't have time for your nonsense. Omar's back. Great. And still working on the old stone blocks there. I should probably maybe get him to make some more clothes or something like that. Or start working on floors for this area. How are we doing down here? Yeah, Tony Curtis is well into this. Whitehead's kind of given up on the whole smoothing the walls out. Oh, hang on. I should put these guys into the nighttime schedule. So they're not outside too much. Yeah, you guys, none of you guys are on the nighttime schedule. So Omar and Nicole and Tony Curtis doesn't really matter because he doesn't believe in our gig. So you guys can do anything there, and that. Okay. That way they won't be out in bright daylight, which they don't really like because they like being underground. Oh, we've struck compacted steel. Oh, good job, Tony Curtis. Go ahead and mine that entire vein. Let's find out whatever's in there. We want it, I assure you. Whitehead, you're building the limestone tile. Oh, for your own room. Okay, that's sensible. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. I was kind of wondering why you weren't doing any of my wall smoothing. It's because you're actually working on your own bedroom. That's cool. I get that. Faulkner and Curtis are having a bit of a chat down here. What you talking about? Salty food and crazy finches. And then computer games and practicing roulette. You guys have a lot to talk about, don't you? Is there a lot to say about crazy finches? Is there a Google site for that? Is there crazyfinches.com? I bet there's crazyfinches.com. I bet there is. And somebody's got a website devoted to just, I don't know, videos and photos of finches just being insane. Something bad. Okay, a raid. The Yitakin from Woot. That's what I got for you guys. The Woot crowd are coming in. Where are you guys going to hang out? Up there. Okay. And you're just one guy with a club. You're going to hang out there for a little while, and then you will come down and try to murder us in the face with your club. Well, bad news for you. Since our last raid, we've got a lot more members on side here. Tony Curtis, did I ever give you a weapon? I have not. For right now, grab that knife. Okay, and then we'll work on another bow for him. I'd rather have the range. I think Mila can kind of cover the whole close range thing. Close, melee combat. What with the jumping and then throwing her bones at people. I don't really need to worry about too much melee speciality here. I'd rather just have people shooting from a distance. So, who are you? What's your gig, dude? Because we're either going to capture you or eat you. The choice is largely yours. You've got a combat skill. We've made a short bow. Okay, I'll work on that in a sec. I'll try to remember to get Tony Curtis to get that bow. You're a body modder. I love that because it's really easy to keep you happy by ripping parts of your limbs off. Hang on. William Faulkner wants to join the team. Wow, it is all go here today. Okay, William Faulkner. No. I totally just misclicked that. Oh, come on. Please come back. William Faulkner, I would totally accept your welcoming colony. I totally misclicked that. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe he'll offer again. That was 100% a misclick. I meant to go for accept, and clearly that didn't work out. That just didn't work out. Okay, I hope William Faulkner decides to join again. Just resubmit your resume, Bill. Hang on, the team's coming in. Resubmit your resume, man, because I will 100% accept you. Everybody, team, we're all coming out here. We've got a fight to fight. All right, everybody line up. William Faulkner, I'm so sad about that. Who wouldn't want William Faulkner on your team, is what I say. So, Mila, get ready to do your long jump thing. Tony Curtis, you can just hang back for right now. Long jump over here. Okay, go. All right, and then throw your spine at this guy. And boom. Okay, that seems to have worked. Did we kill you? Yeah, you are wicked dead. All right, everybody's off duty. And then we'll obviously, eat this guy. That kind of goes without saying. Mila, can you haul him, please? And he came in with some medicine, too. William Faulkner, please resubmit your resume. It was a genuine misclick. Total 100% misclick there. I meant to go for the other one that didn't say reject. Oh, this is going in, though. There we go. Okay, so let's put some blueprints on there. I have a lot of, limestone? Yeah, so we'll do this in limestone blocks. Very good. This is out of power. Hey, kid, you're drawing on the floor. Do you maybe think you could refuel the generator? Also, you should get out of the freezer. I don't know what it is in this game. This has come up many, many times before, and regular viewers will be aware of this. Kids love freezers in this game. The kids just love to hang out in the freezers for like hours. And then they get frostbite and their fingers fall off. And at no point does the kid say, boy, I'm wicked cold. I think I'm getting frostbite. I mean, I know kids are stupid. I get that. Kids are dumb as a rock. But you'd think the kid would figure out, just due to basic survival instinct, I should leave the freezer and go draw on any other floor that isn't in a freezer. But no. I don't know what goes on in RimWorld, but kids love freezers in this game. The number of fingers and toes I have lost on children due to frostbite, due to not realizing they were sitting in a freezer for like 10 hours, is quite remarkable. Honestly stunning, frankly, how many fingers and toes. How about you? Have you lost a finger and toe? No, you managed to get out of there in time. You're welcome, by the way, kid. William Faulkner, please resubmit your resume. It's been very busy today, Billy. Can I call you Billy? I feel that I can. It's been very, very busy, Billy, and it was a total misclick. All right, we've made some stone blocks. Cool. We've probably got enough stone blocks for right now. I'm just going to let them do anything else at this point. We do have 74 human meat, and we're about to make some more. That's very, very exciting. Mila has food poisoning. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's filthy around here. Speaking of filthy, hey, kid, now that you're not in the freezer, why don't we spin you over to max cleaning? Okay, so you're just going to be a little Roomba right now. Just go around and clean everything. How are we doing on chopped trees, by the way? A quantity. Have been chopped down. A quantity. Let's get some more chopped. And then I'll start to put down some flooring in here. Might do this out of sandstone as well, or limestone, or whatever the heck it is I've got. And more so, I do want to replace all of these walls at some point. Could start to do that now. I should wait for them to finish this thing, though. Because then they're just going to be all bummed out that the rooms have been smashed into one big room. So we'll do some limestone tile in there. And then begin the slow process of replacing all of these wooden walls with something that, doesn't burn down. Hey, Tony Curtis. First of all, go talk to Billy. Do you get to call him Billy? You probably do. Go talk to Billy about resubmitting his resume, because I would wicked accept him. Yeah, it was a misclick, dude. I just completely clicked on the wrong thing. And then keep mining out this steel, because that's good stuff there. We need the steel. What is everyone else up to? Nicole is actually powering through this. It's because you don't sleep and you don't eat. This is wonderful. I barely have to pay attention to Nicole. You just kind of do your thing. You take a little bit of time off for recreation. You'll go play some horseshoes or something like that. Oh, speaking of which, now that my kitchen is a little bit nicer here, I should put up the chess table. Just as an alternative recreation thing for these guys. So, dining chair and dining chair. Just a little bit of alternative recreation gives them something to do. Okay, what's next? Oh, we butchered the raider there. So we've got even more human meat coming in. That's exceptionally good. And the kid's finally starting to clean things. I know I said I was going to take him off of stone blocks, but I should probably put him back onto stone blocks, because I'm going to be spending a lot of stone blocks very, very soon. So get, say, another 20 of those going on. Oh, right, you need a meditation spot. And I didn't check in what Mila's ability is. So, Misk? Yeah, Misk. You want to go meditate by the happy tree? Probably not. Actually, you're vampires. You probably want something morbid. Do we have any graves? Have I dug any graves? You know what? Just go hang out over there. I don't care. And this can be just for Mila. All right, nobody else gets to meditate over there. Just the Mila Meister. Now, if I were to draft you, what's like your thing now? Burden. Okay, so you got the ability to burden. That's pretty good. Just slows somebody down for a little bit. That's pretty. I like that one. That's a very. Oh, and sorry, you can be off draft. That's a very acceptable one to get. Burden's a good ability. Especially, that actually worked really well in combination with your long jump / spine throwing thing. So you could burden them to slow them down, and then jump to where they are and then shoot your spine at them as you do. You love doing that. You absolutely adore doing that. Wow, Nicole. For a leathery stranger, you are actually turning out to be a way better member of this colony than I thought. Again, your intellectual is going up exceptionally slowly, although you are about to hit level 6. But you just won't stop. I know I'm deeply intrigued by Nicole. I can't stop talking about Nicole's inability to stop. But this is just phenomenal. Just whatever I tell her to do, she just does it forever. If I get another good... William, what are you doing? Oh, you're meditating. Yeah, you can't meditate in Mila's spot. That's, like, not cool, dude. What I will do forever, because you probably would like a light on while you're meditating. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Hang on. Okay, everyone's slamming into pause mode again. So Mila's acolyte ceremony is done. So we completed the thing, and they made her more royal. but I don't think I got the things I need. Yeah, we need a throne. We need a throne for this. I am not going to have that anytime in the near future. Because if I'm going to build a throne room, this is not my first day at Royalty DLC. If I'm going to build a throne room, by the end of it, it's going to need to be an amazing throne room. So what I generally do is make an amazing throne room now. Save myself a lot of rebuilding later. But that needs a ton of stone blocks because I'm going to want to do the fancy tiles. And I'm going to need a throne, which I theoretically could make right now, but I need to plan out a throne room, really. Good news, that quest's not going to go away. That'll sit there forever. I've got all the time in the world to make a throne room. No hurry on that at all. I'm just going to do that forever. So we'll get back to other things we're doing. Fall has begun. Okay, so we're going to need to think about... Well, first things we can do is not refuel the coolers. Probably don't need the AC on in fall. And then think about some heaters. Ooh, while this is not a prison, put a vent in here. Yeah, put a vent in there and we'll share some air around there. And then we're going to have to think about doing the same thing down here if we could get those walls smoothed out. So smooth, and you won't be able to get into that corner, so it's pointless to designate it. Smooth all of that out, too. Omar, your room's kind of coming together here, isn't it? Whitehead, you're my chief builder. Do you have anything else to be building? You're finishing off that last chair for the chess table. Then you'll probably go and do this, and then, assumedly, you're going to get back into wall smoothing. As just like, I would love to smooth some walls. Hey, is Tony Curtis up? No, Tony Curtis is always in bed. Well, they are on different schedules. That's actually not wholly surprising, Dave. They're on completely different schedules. So Tony Curtis and Whitehead are on completely different schedules. So one is going to be in bed while the other one is. And I just wanted to use that conversion thing. Just try and convince Tony that it's, don't judge if you're a cannibal. Just don't judge. Why are you going all the way up here? What? Oh, you're deconstructing the ship chunks. Okay, I mean, that's fair. Try to do them all at once, by the way, dude. Don't keep coming back for that. And let's keep the murders going, too. So, bang out another couple of alpacas. You know what? Get more. I'm comfortable with the amount of vegetables we have right now, but not as much with the meat. I'd like to see some more meat coming in there, although we do have quite a good amount of meals. The meals thing is going well. Oh, I was going to do a drug thing for Nicole. Hang on. Slam it into pause mode. So, Nicole, we're going to make a drug policy for you. So, I'm going to say, what are we going to do with this? We're going to call this, we're going to call it, because this might not be just for Nicole. So we'll call this drugs sometime. Actually, drugs so we don't fall over. Because that's what will happen with their dependency. They'll go into withdrawal, and they'll fall over and be in a coma, and then they're useless. So, drugs so we don't fall over. All right, here's what we want to do. Addictions, recreation, and scheduled. So I would like to schedule you for not every day. No, that's ridiculous. No, not 2 times a day. That's even worse. How about every 3 days you have a cup of psych IT? That'll probably keep you well under control with your thing where you have a dependency on it. So, Nicole, you go on drugs so we don't fall over, please. Okay. So, hopefully that will be... Oh, God, what? Timberwolf is hunting Omar. Of course it is. No. Keep it in pause mode. We loved pause mode. It was everything we wanted it to be. Go over here. Where is Omar? Oh, yeah, Omar's wicked far away. Where is the wolf in relation to all of this? You are down there. Okay, Omar, bit of hustle, please. Bit of hustle. Okay, I think... How about you guys, the people who aren't Omar, basically, come over here. And we'll kind of intercept the wolf. And then you two, Nicole and Tony Curtis, you can come over here. And then Omar, shoot for here. All right, slow all of this down. Nice and slow there. Nice and slow. Unfortunately, the problem with Timberwolves is they move much faster than Omar. That's not wholly surprising. They got twice the number of legs. So Omar is definitely going to take a hit. There's no question of that. There we go. Okay. Timberwolf revenge. Yeah, well, you were trying to eat us anyway. Not really sure why you're so sad about that. Stop trying to eat Omar. He's a perfectly valid member of our community. Go keep shooting, Whitehead. No, I think you just shot Omar. Did you just shoot Omar? You just shot Omar. No, you just have a bad back. I actually did not know that about you, Omar. Actually, can you doctorize? No, not at all. You're terrible at everything. All right, I'll have to think about that bad back thing. You don't have a body purist thing, do you? No. So I could maybe someday shove a bionic spine in you. That's a long-term planning thing, though, isn't it? Omar, do you want to maybe just melee attack the Timberwolf? This is a terrible idea, Omar. Probably don't do this, but... And please don't shoot Omar. Please don't shoot Omar. Like, Omar, we like him. He does a lot of cool things around here. There we go. Omar, how banged up did you get after that? Okay, you got a little bit of a bite. Little tiny bit of a bite. I think you'll heal that off just fine. And that, I think I should really start thinking about the hospital. Some sort of dedicated medical facility where, you could go and get healed when things like this happen. That would probably be a very smart thing to be doing. Right now, Omar will probably just go to Omar's bed and just hang out and be Omar. Except with slightly less blood than Omar used to have. Is that where you're going? Yeah, you're going right down here. You're going to rest up in there. Somebody will deal with your nonsense eventually. Nicole, what are you... Oh, you're having your Psych IT. Okay, you're having your little Psych IT there. I want enough where it satisfies the dependency, but not so much that she goes on a binge or gets addicted or something like that. You are almost done with that smithing. That's great. That is fantastic. And then what do I want to go to there? I'm going to need some of the royalty stuff like noble apparel or harp, but I want to keep going on just basics, like actually machining or drug production. Actually, we could think about that. But no, keep going down a smart path of machining, batteries. Maybe think about hydroponics earlier rather than later. Or do what I normally do, which is to make a beeline for geothermal power. It'll take her forever to research it, but the sooner we have that, the sooner we have power under control and not just sort of dependent on wind or chopping down trees or something like that. Omar, are you in bed? Has somebody dealt with you yet? Has anyone dealt with you? Not quite. Remind me on doctorizing. Mila. Mila, could you tend to Omar, please? Yep, go ahead and... no, don't romance him. Oh, never mind. Faulkner's on it. Okay, William Faulkner has decided to be a doctor. Are you any good at that? Oh, yeah, actually, you're excellent. Sorry, never mind, William Faulkner. Please resubmit your resume. I totally misclicked on that, Billy. Can I call you Billy? I feel that I can. I totally misclicked on that. I really did want you to join. You're an outstanding doctor. In fact, you actually have some decent skills. Full stop. Please resubmit your resume. I can't stress that enough time. Look at that. You just went up in plants. You're better at chopping trees down than you were like 5 seconds ago. Omar, you've been dealt with. Okay, cool. I'm sure you're going to heal that off very, very quickly. This is not a problem at all. Tony Curtis still working on the mining project down here. I think we can probably go back into... There we go. Smithing is done. Don't think too hard, Dave. Just maybe go right into... Mush. You're thinking too hard. Just do batteries. Do batteries for the only reason that it'll make that little pop-up go away there. All right. I like to have nothing over here whenever I can. Just nothing over here. Wow, it got hot out again. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, 91 out. Holy moly. But underground, much more comfortable, as it would be if you were living in a mountain. I should do some floors in here. We've got this done. Let me just perk up Whitehead's room just a little bit while I happen to be looking at it. So do something there, and then just a regular wooden dresser over here like that. That'll make Whitehead a little bit happier. Okay, let me evaluate here. Where are we at? It's actually a surprisingly calm and mostly full of good events day. We've got Mila going down the royal path now. Tony Curtis is in. William Faulkner might join us again. Please try to join us again. I will take my finger off the trigger before I click on something next time. I promise. And everything else is going broadly okay. Food is under control. Right now, we'll definitely get those potatoes in before winter. We can keep shooting some animals. Nicole's on drugs, which she wants to be. That's working out great for her. Nicole, where are you right now? Oh, you were researching. Okay, you're going back to researching. Yeah, you had something else to do. That's gold down there, isn't it? You know what? I said I don't need that now. I'm going to need that sooner than I think. because what I'd like to do in terms of the throne room thing is make a really good throne, and that's going to require some gold. Wow, this is a big old steel vein. That's great. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Guys, that is probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. You know, an argument could have been made that spending an obscene amount of money on researching the theater just so I can get a sign that says Electric Boogaloo may not have been my smartest move. That is a strong argument, and that's an argument that you'd probably win, frankly. Wow, naked guy sticks his hand in a beehive. This can't end well. I don't know where I would see a leather carpet, but I'm going to imagine I had to pay an entry fee to see it.
I have a cylinder. I broke Dave.
Broke Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be back. I just dropped my controller.
Oh my goodness.